Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy. I missed you. Hey, this is Billy. We're gonna kind of have a conversation today, me and the Cowboy, and hope you like and subscribe and leave a comment. It'll help me get more followers, so you can share this ridiculousness. I have the camera turned around, so I don't really know what I'm seeing, but let's rock. What is XRP and what is its capabilities? I'm going to give some theories, speculation that I think makes perfect sense, because unlike a lot of these sheep that watch the news like Billy, listen, we agree on this, Cowboy. Don't point your finger at me. They don't use their own brain, so they don't really know what's going on. Okay, Billy. The thing about it is to me it's just logic. I'm not certain on a lot of these things, but I think they'll get you thinking, and I have a feeling they're really, really close. What is XRP and what is it going to do, and why is the price going to go to the moon? Every time I think of you, I always hold my breath. I'm still standing here and you're miles away, and I'm wondering why you left. And I spend my time thinking about you, and it's almost driving me wild. I ain't missing you at all. I ain't missing you since you've been gone away. I ain't missing you, no matter what my friends say. Why is XRP gonna moon, baby? The world is a vampire. Well, you know, I was talking to my buddy Minus Wells, and he's a brilliant man, a lot smarter than Billy and the Cowboy, and he had me thinking maybe I should make a video. And he actually sheds a lot of light on this, and where I'm kind of missing some information. That's why I always say people should watch Minus, because he's very into like the, you know, all the details of the layering and the staking and the, you know, the layers and ones, zeros, and all that technical stuff that I have no clue about, you know, but he's just brilliant. But we were just talking about XRP and value and everything, and, you know, I was just rambling like I do. And I was like, you know, XRP, it needs a higher price. You know, David Schwartz had stated that, and ultimately, you know, I thought about it like, why? Is it because there's going to be too much volume, you know, on the ledger and all that stuff? And that could be part of it, but really I was thinking because the burn rate, I believe it's every million transactions, 10 XRPs are burned. And I've Googled this and I keep getting, you know, different information, but I believe it's per coin. You know, every coin that moves, more money, more tokens are burned. So I mean, maybe that means every million coins that move, 10 are burned. I don't know. But I do believe the higher the price, the less the burn rate. And let's just say something along the lines of, if we had, you know, trillions of dollars in transactions a day, I mean, I know that seems like it's going to take forever to burn through all these coins because there's like 100 billion of them. But, you know, if we had 1 trillion in transactions a day, you know, I mean, I'm just speculating. Call it a quadrillion. At this price point, I believe the coins would burn so fast, you know, in a limited amount of time. You got to remember, we're thinking about decades and decades and decades of use for this. You know, they would go away, and, you know, we'd be left with a handful of XRPs worth $1 billion each or some shit. You know, you get where I'm going with that, you know. But so I believe he meant because the price needs to go up so they can implement what they really want to do, and that's simple, what they do every day. Take over the world, you know. They want derivatives. They want, you know, to be everything to be tokenized. You know, the money movement itself with the Nostro Vostro accounts and the cross borders, the trillions and trillions of dollars, if they just took 10% of that market share, we'd all be super happy. And they're the best company to do it. They've never had a hack. They've never lost a payment. They've had millions and millions of transactions. Swift loses 6% of their transactions, and they charge about 6%. On $1 million, you're paying $60,000, and it takes you a week. We can get it in a couple minutes with XRP, and it's 30 cents or some shit. It's crazy. But the point is that is a huge value and a huge utility. And I know, everyone can say it's speculation and everything, but every bank partnership, every company that uses RippleNet or XRP as a utility is like we're digging for gold, and we may never get to all the money, but it doesn't mean we're not closer to our dream, is what I'm saying, my dreamers. Cowboy's gonna say my fucking roadies. It means we're fucking rich, bling bling, pinky ring. Who gives a shit? We got fuck you money, right? That's if we just took 10%, 5%. But this is where the real value is. It's tokenizing things. Whether it's a security, how ironic is that? A house. We'll use the house as the example. If you tokenize a house, let's say it's a $10 million house. That 10 million is going to be supply taken off the market. Now, the problem is, and like I said, I was talking with Minus, it's like, what about the volatility and stuff? And, and sure, we all know that the higher a market cap gets, the less volatility there is. And the more regulations and clarity to get rid of the scams and, if people want to disclose what they're going to sell, all these things create this stability. But I don't believe it's that. I believe, it's tokenizing the value of it. Remember, it's a transfer of value XRP from day one. And that's where the smart contracts on XRP come into play. It's probably going to be like, if this house is worth 10 million, whatever XRP is worth at that time, that's how many is attached to the home. And what's beautiful is that value will be taken off the market. Maybe not those tokens will be frozen like in an account or something, but the value of that will be taken off the market, which will increase the price because there's less supply, okay? Through smart contracts. And I know this is the dumbed down version, but now think about this. What does that mean? So it's one house. Think about the neighborhood you live in. Let's say there's 100 houses. How many of those are paid off? How many of those sell every day? What, a couple sell a day maybe? And 90% aren't paid off maybe. So if those were all tokenized, all that money would be, that market cap of that value would be taken off the market, which would increase the value of the XRP that's on the market. And what's amazing about that is when somebody is, let's say it's a loan and it's a tokenized loan, because debt is tokenized on one of these houses. Not only is maybe the paid off house tokenized, but maybe it's the amount of money owed on that from the purchaser. That loan is taken off the market, and it's not until that house sells to someone else, if it's tokenized and it's paid off, it's off the market. Once it sells, that's when the circulating supply hits of the value of the house hits the market. So and that's very few occurrences compared to the bigger picture of 100 houses in your neighborhood. Let's say it's a loan. Let's say we're tokenized debt. That debt of $1 million, $10 million, if I bought the house, is going to be taken off the market. And every payment I make towards the principal or whatever, maybe interest is involved somehow here, that will be supply hitting the market again. So on that 10 million, if I have a $12,000, $15,000 payment, whatever it is, $25,000 probably payment a month, that will be hitting the market every month. But the 10 million was taken off, so it's beautiful, that's what tokenization will do. This is the real value, all the value. Now, so let's jump over to somebody that I love, Jim Asshat Cramer. Clearly what needs to happen with these guys is an audit, because I'm pretty sure there's somewhere someone can find something that when somebody deliberately is defrauding the public on whether it's securities or crypto, it's illegal if they know better and if they're getting paid to do it. And I have a feeling if we did some kind of an audit on him, we will see this series of companies that have paid him money to talk FUD because they had an interest in the things he was FUDding up. And that, whether it is or not, it's illegal. or it's unethical, and laws should change. I mean, I know hedge funds do this all the time, but it's different when you're an influencer that people trust and you're being paid to lie to them. Let's hit Kevin O'Leary. Kevin says, he stated, I lost my money, not investors' money. No one invested in me. Well, he's sophisticated. He manages money. He should have known damn well, and he admitted he didn't know anything when he took, it was some of his buddies, they all got into it, they were dependent on each other's opinions, and no one had one, so they did it blindly. Well, he said he did extensive research, and he supported this company. He was a spokesperson. Know what you own, Kevin. And he pretty much lied, whether indirectly or not. It doesn't matter. He lost millions of investors' money. They didn't invest. He didn't manage their money, but they bought into this because of him, the trust in him. And they paid him $15 million to fucking lie to us. And billions of dollars were lost because of you, Kevin. I think you should be filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So you're so removed from the retail investor, you don't even understand what the words you say mean, what they mean. I mean, you didn't hurt any investors. You didn't invest anyone else's money. People bought because of you, Kevin. Let me spell it out. And you fucking lied to them. And you were smart enough to know better. You don't have that excuse maybe a Kardashian might have about not knowing any better. You're sophisticated. You said you did your due diligence, and you didn't. And people trusted you. A lie is a fucking lie. So that's that. Now, enough about Kevin. I wrote a couple notes. Let me see if I missed anything. I don't want this to be a long video. But, about as far as banks, this has been a narrative that's gone around a lot, and David Schwartz has touched on it. But, with, digital bank currency, CBDC, whatever, they state that we might not need XRP. Well, banks don't trust banks, especially cross borders. And to me, that's the dollar. Yeah, maybe you could say, well, it'll move faster. Well, no, it doesn't. Electronic money moves just as fast as crypto because it's based on trust. The problem is people don't trust banks. Banks don't trust banks. So that's kind of like, like Brad said, the dollar's a good, they already have a bank CBDC. It's called the dollar, it's ridiculous. You can't compare the two. It's like I said, it's all about trust. Or they would just do their electronic things that they're doing right now. Technically it's digital, but it's not payment and settlement. And these CBDCs would probably do the payment and settlement, but how are they going to transfer the JP Morgan to the Bank of America? There needs to be a bridge, okay? And once again, they don't trust each other. And so the truth is what we're going to see, it's not going to be like the internet. It's going to be like the intranet back in the day when computers just worked in-house amongst their own company. Okay, so that's what I see a CBDC as being. And that's pretty much what David Schwartz said too. Now, I guess I'm trying to think there's more to this, but you can branch off into the private ledger and how, XRP is a transformer of things, like it can turn XRP into Bitcoin and Bitcoin move it out and turn to XRP or the yuan or the pay, whatever, form of currency, and anything. But it's simple. I don't believe there's this code that they have on the XRP ledger that, you can move Bitcoin. We might call it fancy words, like maybe it's wrapped would be one of them, I think. But I don't think there is any fancy code that, on this, blockchain, this ledger and all this stuff, or the private ledger where banks can move the JP Morgan coin. I think all it is it's tokenizing the asset of value, meaning they're already tokenizing these. If you move a Bitcoin on the XRP ledger, I believe, and I'm sure people are going to rip me apart and correct me in here somehow, I believe it's just what's happening is it's XRP moving, and then it's just coming out and it's being distributed as Bitcoin, just like it would be a JP Morgan coin. It's just tokenizing whatever that thing, just like a house, okay? I think a house is more complex. You need smart contracts, but bottom line is it's all the same game, which once again would help the price of XRP because XRP is being used, okay? And even for a moment it's being purchased just to be sold, but there is a few seconds. And when you're dealing with trillions and trillions of dollars, potentially, that few seconds matters. And I guess that might be it, but I mean, yeah. What are you going to do when the XRP cowboy comes looking for you? Please like and subscribe and know.
I was blown away, what could I say? Your love means everything to me. Throw it away, throw it away. This world is killing me, but you're the only one, it's not over.
That's the XRP song. Listen, the higher the intensity, the less people you'll find there. That's life, Most people couldn't have made it this far, couldn't have walked your journey. And we're almost at the finish line. I'll tell you what, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I know we won this case. And if we lose, it's just a bigger plan. The man. And there's a narrative behind it. But what I do know is we should win and this should settle. And I also know in the next few months, we're going to know if there's a settlement or it's going the distance. I know what I own, and so do you. Be strong. And when you're worried about potentially having to cash out your crypto to pay a mortgage payment or something, or buy food, take as little as you have to, because that is part of the plan. Know that you're wealthy. Sleep well at night. That $1 million castle is being built right now. And once it's finished, you can sell it and enjoy your wealth. We have to make it to the end of the construction, okay? Don't let it become destruction. My dream is my roadies. Like, subscribe. Cowboy, baby.